I chose the meme This Is Fine. The meme This Is Fine is a two-panel image of a comic which depicts a dog trying to persuade himself that everything is fine even though he's sitting in the fire. This meme always is used as a reaction image that delivers an attitude of forcing ourselves to accept and not self-giving up when we face a hopeless situation. This meme initially came from a comic published in early January 2013. After a year, there was a trend that people started to use this meme, especially students. Casey Green, the cartoonist of this meme, said that this is the first time that he saw on Instagram how the students use his cartoon as a meme to express feeling towards his final week. Interestingly, people only like to use the first two panels as memes, not the whole comics, which has the 6 panels in total. At the beginning of 2014, students are the majority group using the memes to express their feelings and response to what they experience at school. For example, this poster used this meme to express how stressful he or she was dealing with the work in the university. As the meme got more and more upvotes and comments, it became famous and more people started to be creative in making it. For example, changing the dog to other characters. Until 2016, the use of this meme changed to a more political direction. On July 25, 2016, the Republican Party used this two panels image to reflect their reaction towards the present atmosphere of the day at the Democratic National Conference in Philadelphia. However, this post got the attention of the artist Casey Green because of the unauthorized use of his artwork. It is interesting to mention that Casey Green later got paid by a political cartoon website to come up with a new illustration, which is this one. For the Republican National Committee, the dog changed to a cartoonist elephant that characterized the Republicans. In the same year, after Trump won the election, Nick Cannon developed a game, which is this one on the top left. This game inspired by these two panels of image to express how he and the people around him felt about the result. In 2018, on Twitter, ABC News posted a video that North Carolina Senator Richard Burr used the meme This Is Fine to reflect how Russia interfered in the United States politics. These senators used this meme to tell the people that it is not fine to let Russian interference in the United States politics. Even nowadays, we are still using these memes. During for this one, during the COVID, people faced many difficulties. In the early time of COVID, people had less knowledge about the virus, so we kind of make ourselves less worried by buying a large amount of toilet paper. This creator changed the tea to a bunch of toilet paper to depict the situation at that time. We are as the dog that faced a hard time with COVID, as the fire in the room and the toilet paper like the tea can calm us down and tell ourselves that this is fine. In addition, on Twitter, Ukraine official account also used this meme to tell their people during COVID that this is fine. The meme This Is Fine is a stimulation that keep telling people that never give up and everything is fine at last. I think that one of the reasons that more and more people use this meme is that the fire and the dog implies many situations which we often encounter, maybe uncomfortable, difficult situation that is hard for us to say out loud in public, but meme have the power to make it easier to communicate. As adults, we face a lot of pressure and difficulties at work, school, society, and so on. We can always put ourselves into the position of the dog in the memes and adjust ourselves to accept and face the difficulties with a positive attitude. Also, this meme is related to a popular topic that we discuss a lot, depression. More and more people got depression, including the artists who produced this comic, same as what the reading in the wake of Hurricane Maria. Memes carries more than a little truth, said meme maker and meme shares are the parts of a large efforts of people trying to write their own stories and interpret their own experience. The artist Drew thought that he could try to use the comics to change something about himself, maybe his attitude toward his life, society, and so on. The meme is not only making people laugh, but also it has the potential to establish a community spirit. Everyone has the access to use this meme. It depends on how people use this meme to express what they want to say. There are many possibilities to recreate this meme. However, the original artist of this meme comics, Casey Green, realized the case of many people using this comic illegally. However, he does not want to obliterate the enjoyment of people. This meme has been primarily used on Twitter and Instagram, these two social media platforms. It is obvious to see that the interest of the meme, this is fine, has reached a lot of high point in recent years. This is because this meme becomes so real to people. At the time of the global pandemic, everyone has had to be at home for an unknown period of time, just like the dog that was sitting inside a room with the fire around it. Not only the pandemic, people can relate it to this meme in many ways of their life. Thank you.